I'm here at the Pasadena Antique Center, and I am in the space of Rosemary. And Rosemary, what is your last name?
Zaragoza.
Rosemary, would you spell that just in case I don't get it right, which is an absolute certainty?
Zaragoza.
And is there a business name or is it just your name?
It's Crown City Vintage Lighting.
Crown City Vintage Lighting. And do you have any other location?
Yes, we have another location. It's just across the courtyard, the parking area, in one of the courtyard shops. It's at 20 Bellevue, and it's called Crown City Architectural Salvage. We also have vintage lighting, like we have here, tile, hardware, garden items, different items over there, as well as lighting parts.
Now, Rosemary, Crown City has been around for a long time. Are you the founder?
No, I'm not the founder.
Who's the founder?
I'm not sure. I'd have to research that.
How long have you had it?
I've had it since about 2007.
So you've had it about 4 years.
Yes.
And what is the thing that makes Crown City different from maybe like Muffs or Liz's Hardware?
We come from a family of Los Angeles pattern makers from the 1920s.
Pattern makers?
Pattern makers.
And what does that mean?
Jobbers. So our family had started Los Angeles pattern making back in the late 20s, early 30s, when a lot of these styles, these patterns, were being made. And our family is responsible for some of the architectural elements that we have in Los Angeles. So it's kind of in our blood.
What would be an example of some of those architectural elements that...
the bricks at the Citadel, some of the street lights in the cities.
What is the Citadel?
Citadel is an outlet in commerce, and they have these ornate bricks that are...
Oh, right on the 5 freeway you see it? Is that right?
Yes. As well as the facade to the University of Redlands Music Hall, or Music Center, and also various lighting street lamps throughout different cities.
Wow. So it sounds like it's a very interesting business that you're very committed to.
It's something that I have a strong interest in, a strong passion for. I enjoy what I do. And
So when you were in school, were you an art major or a history major, or what did you study?
I studied computer science and accounting.
Computer science and accounting.
Design.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so how did you go from a background like that to what you're doing?
I used to do systems analysis and design, so identify what people are looking for, determine their needs, their requirements, and then help design it and produce it. So in the sense, it's kind of like what we do here is identify what they need in lighting, identify what they require, and if we can't find it, try to produce it for them, and if we can't, we identify who can help them.
So have you noticed any, what we might call like a trend in lighting? Are there some things that they're doing now that they weren't doing a few years ago?
Yes, we're noticing a trend where they're mixing up styles, mixing up contemporary with older vintage styles. And
So what are some of the contemporary styles that they're mixing up with some of the vintage styles? What are some of the years or the eras that they're mixing up these days?
Like 1910 bungalows and including some furnishings that are from mid-century modern or even 1970s to decorate the home, but maybe using vintage lighting, like schoolhouse shades and vintage lighting for the exterior and some for the interior. And so they're mixing up both 1950s, 1970s styles with 1920s and 1910.
And do you have any forecasts of what they will be doing next year?
It's hard to tell.
Well, great.
Really hard to tell.
So where did you go to school?
I went in undergrad to, Rio Hondo College.
Rio Hondo College? And where did you go to high school?
And I went to Amani High, and then I went to University of Redlands for a Bachelor of Science in Business Admin and Management. And then I got a graduate degree in management. And then I worked towards a second graduate degree at Cal Poly, towards an MBA.
Cal Poly Pomona?
Pomona.
And where were you born?
Seriously.
You want to tell me? Okay.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
In Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yes.
So is that where you were you raised in Honolulu, or were you just born there and you came here?
Yeah, born in Honolulu, and then my family moved here.
Wow, fantastic. Okay.